Hello, 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 and welcome, my beautiful space friends, my genius aliens, my rebellious honeys.
Hello, everybody.
Can you even hear me? Are your antennas up and vibrating? Because if you were listening to this, you were either an Aquarius, you are madly in love with an Aquarius, or you are currently being driven absolutely crazy by one,
Yeah.
and you need the manual.
You definitely need a manual this week.
And let me tell you, the manual for this week, it is thick. It is heavy. It is like sizzling with electricity.
It is absolute electricity. And honestly, it is so wonderful to be here with you. Usually when we sit down to analyze the weekly energies, we're looking at the whole sky, right? We're picking a little bit for the Capricorns, a little crumb for the Geminis.
A tiny little piece for everyone.
Yeah, but this week, I'm sorry, but the rest of the Zodiac has effectively left the building.
They have gone home. They packed their bags and went on vacation. This is not just about the sky, my friends. This is about you.
It really is.
If you have been feeling like the background character in your own movie, or, like you've been waiting in the wings while everyone else does their little dance on stage,
Oh, yeah.
grab the microphone, because the universe is literally handing it to you. This is the Aquarius show.
It is.
Welcome to the age of you.
That is exactly right. We are entering a week, specifically January 26th through February 1st, 2026, where the cosmic spotlight isn't just shining on Aquarius, it is like practically blinding.
Blinding. Put your sunglasses on.
Yeah, put them on. We have what astrologers call a stellium in Aquarius.
Ooh, a stellium. Okay, now, for my impatient geniuses who are already rolling their eyes and thinking, okay, skip the vocab lesson, hold your horses.
Right.
This is important. What does a stellium actually feel like? Because to me, it sounds like a very expensive flower, but I have a feeling it's more like a crowded house party.
It is exactly like a crowded house party, but it is happening in your living room. Actually, no, inside your soul.
Inside my soul. Oh, my God.
A stellium just means a massive cluster of planets. We're talking
Yeah.
the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Pluto are all hanging out in your sign at the exact same time.
Wow.
Usually planetary energy is, it's spread out, it's diffuse, you get a little push here, a little pull there.
Right.
But when you pack that much mass into one tiny sector of the sky, the gravity shifts. It becomes a super magnet.
So if I'm an Aquarius, I'm not just dealing with the sun shining on me for my birthday season.
No.
I've got the god of war, the planet of communication, the goddess of love, and the lord of the underworld all having a conference call.
Yeah.
In my brain.
In your brain, yeah. And they're eating your snacks, and they are rearranging your furniture without asking.
Oh, I hate when they do that.
And that is our mission for this. We need to parse out which of these house guests is trying to help you and which one is, potentially trying to set the curtains on fire.
Okay.
Because the data suggests this isn't just a busy week, it's a pivot point. We are talking about the kind of week you look back on in 10 years and say,
That was it.
that was when everything changed.
I love that, the pivot point.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you Aquarius listeners, I can feel you vibrating right now. You're thinking, okay, we get it. We're special. Get to the data. I'm bored already.
Get to it.
I know you're impatient, my geniuses. I know your brains work faster than light speed. We are getting straight to the point.
Okay, let's do it.
We are decoding the nuclear energy of Mars and Pluto, the charm of Venus, and the massive era-defining shift of Neptune.
Okay, let's start with the heavy hitter. The big one, the cosmic shift that kind of sets the stage for everything else. This is the background music that changes from like a lullaby to straight up rock and roll.
Yes, part one, the vibe shift of the century, or at least, the decade. Monday, January 26th, Neptune enters Aries. Now, explain this to me like I'm a 5-year-old alien. Why is this such a big deal?
Okay, so this is monumental. To give you some context, Neptune is the planet of dreams, ideals, intuition, and sometimes illusions. For the last 14 years, since way back in 2011 or 2012, Neptune has been traveling through Pisces. Now, Neptune rules Pisces. It's been comfortable there.
He's been at home?
Yeah, it's been at home. It's been watery, emotional, very spiritual, but also a bit foggy.
Foggy is the word. It's like we've all been driving through a mist for over a decade. You know you're moving, but you can't quite see the road signs. And for our Aquarius honeys, that mist has been sitting in their financial sectors and their values.
Exactly, their second house.
But now, Neptune is putting on its running shoes. It's moving into Aries.
Exactly. And Aries is the antithesis of mist. Aries is fire. It is distinct, sharp, and frankly aggressive. And for Aquarius, this transit is moving into the third house.
The third house. The engine room of the brain.
Precisely. The third house governs the mind, communication, your immediate environment. So we're talking siblings, neighbors, short trips, commerce.
Okay, the day-to-day stuff.
Yeah, your local world. And when Neptune, the planet of higher vibration and spirituality, enters this domain of action and fire, it's like an upgrade to the operating system of the Aquarius mind.
So are we talking telepathy? Are my aliens finally going to just read minds? Because I feel like they'd been waiting for that update for years.
I mean, in a way, yes. It's a spiritual glaze over their communication.
Huh?
Their intuition regarding what people are saying and what they aren't saying is going to just skyrocket. It's a mental expansion. The sources all suggest that this is the beginning of a no-filter era.
Ooh, I love that, the no-filter era. Because, let's be honest, my sweet Aquarians are known for being polite, for being detached, maybe trying not to offend the group.
For sure.
They are the water bearers. They carry the water for everyone else.
Yeah.
You're saying that's over.
It's shifting dramatically. The energy is moving from trying to keep the peace, for the good of the collective, to direct, honest, and center stage.
Wow.
Aries is a very direct sign. It doesn't have time for nuance. So when that inspiration hits the Aquarius mind, they aren't going to second guess it. They are just going to say it.
So the gap between thinking a thought and saying it is just disappearing.
Poof, gone.
That sounds exhilarating, but also kind of dangerous. I mean, if I just say everything I think, I might get fired or arrested.
Well, that is the risk, and there is a warning there. But here is where it gets really interesting. This isn't entirely new energy. I want our listeners to think back. Think back to the spring and summer of 2025, specifically around April.
Ah, the flashback, the time travel. I love a good preview.
Exactly. Neptune actually dipped its toe into Aries briefly back then before it went retrograde back into Pisces.
Right.
So whatever trailer, or as some of our sources call it, whatever fragman you experienced back in April 2025.
Fragman, I love that.
Yeah. So whether that was about communication, new ideas, or maybe a weird conflict with a sibling or a neighbor, that was just the preview.
That is such a good way to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had a sudden urge to write a book last April, or you started a weird beef with your neighbor over the recycling bin, or you suddenly felt like you could talk to ghosts, that wasn't a fluke. That was the menu for the next 12 years.
It is becoming the main movie now, and it will run until about 2038 or 2039.
Wow.
It's a long cycle. But for this week specifically, it's the grand opening. However, we have to issue a warning here. Neptune is beautiful, it's dreamy, but it can create what some call the glib tongue.
The glib tongue. Ooh, sounds slippery.
It is. In the third house, this can manifest as deception from close circles.
Oh, no.
Siblings, cousins, close friends, neighbors. There is a risk here that you might be idealizing these people too much. You might be seeing them through rose-colored glasses, maybe sacrificing too much for them.
Oh, my poor, sweet geniuses. You're always trying to save the collective, aren't you? You think your cousin is just misunderstood, but actually, they might be taking advantage of your kindness.
Exactly. And the source material really suggests a need to see things clearly. The vibe is shifting from, I'll sacrifice myself for you, to, I need to see the truth of this situation. If you've been letting people step all over your boundaries in your immediate circle, Neptune in Aries is going to make you want to, fight for your own mental space. It's time to stop beating around the bush.
So the advice is, trust your intuition, but verify the facts. Don't sign the contract with your neighbor until you've read the fine print twice.
Yes.
Just because you feel spiritually connected to the guy selling you a used car doesn't mean the transmission works.
Precisely. But don't let that scare you away from the opportunities, because there are huge ones. This is a phenomenal time for creative writing, for teaching, for digital trade. The mind is expanding to new horizons.
So if you have an idea for an online business, a blog, a podcast,
A deep dive.
or a deep dive, yes, this is the energy that supports that. Your words have magic now. You just have to make sure you're using them for your truth, not someone else's illusion.
Perfectly said.
Okay, so the mind is getting an upgrade. We are telepathic wizards now. That's Monday. But let's move to Wednesday, January 28th. This is the big one. This is the one that has me looking at my Aquarius friends and wondering if I should wear a helmet.
Yes.
Mars meets Pluto in Aquarius.
This is without a doubt the main event of the week, maybe even of the year for Aquarians.
We are talking about the first house, the house of self, the house of this is who I am. And we have Mars the god of war, and Pluto, the lord of the underworld, holding hands right there. That sounds explosive.
It is nuclear energy. I mean, there's no other word for it. Let's break down the mechanics. Mars is action, drive, anger, and severance. It's the gas pedal.
Okay, pedal to the metal.
And Pluto is transformation, death, and rebirth, and deep psychological power. It's the volcano.
So we're pressing the gas pedal while driving into a volcano. Is that what you're telling me?
In a metaphorical sense, yes. When they fuse in the first house, the house of you, it is a total reconstruction of the Aquarius identity. It is a crisis of sovereignty.
Sovereignty. I like that word. So it's not just about being angry. It's about ruling your own kingdom, your own life.
Yes. But to rule your kingdom, sometimes you have to burn down the old structures. The danger zone here is high tension. The sources use phrases like anger explosions.
Oh boy, my nasty birds. I can see you now. You look so calm on the outside. Aquarians always have that, I'm just observing the data poker face.
Always.
But inside, this week, you are literally a bubbling cauldron of revolution.
That is the perfect analogy. The pressure has been building. If there are things you have been holding in, if there are injustices you have swallowed, if there are people who have been disrespecting you, the lid is coming off.
And when an Aquarius explodes, it's not like a firecracker. It's not, emotional weeping. It's like a cold, calculated supernova. It's terrifying because it's so logical.
It can be, and that's why we have to offer some wise advice here. This energy provides a tremendous amount of power. You can use it to destroy, or you can use it to transform. This source material warns again and again. Do not burn bridges you might need to walk back across later.
Right. Don't rage quit your job on Wednesday just because the coffee machine was broken.
Yeah.
Unless you've been planning to quit for 5 years and this is just the fuel you needed. Is that the difference?
That's the nuance. If it's a righteous transformation, a revolution of the self, then yes, break the chains. But ensure it comes from a place of power, not just a temper tantrum. Mars and Pluto can be ruthless. You don't want to destroy yourself in the process of destroying an enemy.
Good point. Speaking of destroying oneself,
Yeah.
let's talk about the physical aspect. I saw some notes here about physical appearance. Why does Mars and Pluto make me want to get bangs?
Because the first house governs the physical body and how we present ourselves to the world.
Oh, of course.
With this transit, there is often a sudden compulsive urge to drastically change one's appearance to match the internal change. You feel like a different person inside, so you want to look like a different person outside.
This is the I'm going to shave my head at 3 a.m. energy. I've been there.
Totally. Or get a massive tattoo. Or throw out every single piece of clothing you own because that's the old me.
Listen to me, my beautiful geniuses. Put the scissors down.
Please.
Step away from the hair dye, at least until Friday. Let the Mars-Pluto fog clear a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't want to look in the mirror next week and ask, who is this stranger?
Or do, if it's part of the authentic rebirth. But maybe just sleep on it for 24 hours. However, there is a flip side to this intensity, this nuclear vibe. It's incredibly magnetic.
Oh, absolutely. Dangerous, sexy, right?
Yeah.
Single Aquarians, listen up.
Yes.
You are walking around with this intense plutonic aura. Everyone is looking at you. You are intimidating, but in a way that makes people want to know your secrets.
You are radiating power, and power is attractive. Just be careful what you attract with it. You might attract intense, complicated situations.
Sure.
But if you are looking to make an impression, nobody's going to ignore you this week. You are the protagonist.
You are the main character. The camera is zoomed in on your face. Okay, so we have the mental upgrade on Monday, the identity explosion on Wednesday. But wait, the universe is not just throwing bricks at you, it's also throwing candy.
Yes, thank goodness.
Let's talk about Thursday, January 29th, Part 3, the sweetener.
This is crucial context. If it were just Mars and Pluto, this week would be a disaster movie.
It would be a horror film.
But we also have Mercury and Venus in Aquarius.
The glow up, thank goodness, because I was getting worried about the shaved heads.
So Mercury is communication, right? And Venus is love, beauty, and harmony. Having them both in your sign acts as a cooling balm over that Mars-Pluto burn. It creates a fascinating paradox.
So while you're plotting your revolution and holding back your volcano of rage, you also happen to be incredibly charming and articulate. How does that work?
That's exactly it. This is the shining star effect. Despite the internal turmoil, the external world sees you as glowing. You are articulate, you are witty, you are looking good.
It's the intellectual magnetism. I love that phrase. People aren't just falling for your looks, they're falling in love with your mind.
Yes. While Mars and Pluto is about raw power, Mercury and Venus is about connection. This is a fantastic time for social networking. The Aquarius network is live.
The network is live.
Yeah, it's a great time to enter new groups, meet new people, or establish organizations.
So use the charm to smooth over the edges of the revolution. If you have to tell your boss you're quitting to start a goat farm in the Andes, use that Venus energy to make it sound like the most charming, logical idea ever.
Exactly. You can win arguments with a smile this week. You can dismantle your enemies with a compliment that is actually a devastating critique, but they won't realize it until 3 days later.
A classic Aquarius shape.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Okay, so we have the big picture, we see the mechanics, but let's break it down day by day. Because I know our listeners need to know when to hide and when to party. Part 4, the daily forecast.
Yeah.
Walk us through the week, day by day. How does it feel on the ground?
Let's look at the moon's journey, which acts as the trigger for these bigger energies. The moon kind of sets the mood of the room.
Okay, so Monday and Tuesday. Moon in Taurus. That's earth energy. Heavy, grounded.
Grounded, but it's hitting the Aquarius 4th house. This is all about home, family, and your roots.
The castle, your foundation.
Yes, your sanctuary. But remember, Uranus, your ruling planet, is also in Taurus. So there's a surprise factor here. You might feel a sudden need to deal with the house.
Like what? The plumbing explodes.
Hopefully not. But maybe a renovation urge strikes, or yes, a pipe bursts, or the internet goes down, or perhaps unexpected guests show up. And guests can be metaphorical ghosts from the past, family issues bubbling up.
So you have the revolution in your head, that's the Aquarius stellium, but tradition in your home, which is Taurus. That sounds like friction.
It is. Imagine you're trying to launch a new business or change your life, and suddenly your mother calls and demands you come to dinner. The 4th house demands attention to the foundation.
It feels like a test. The universe is saying, oh, you want to change the world? Go fix the leak under the sink first.
Exactly that.
So the advice for Monday and Tuesday, don't fight the family. Stay calm in the castle.
Precisely. Tend to the castle, secure the perimeter. If you ignore the home front on Monday, it will trip you up when the energy accelerates on Wednesday.
Good advice.
Don't resent the laundry. Fold it with intention. Ground yourself before the launch.
Fold the laundry with intention. I like that. Because by the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday, the moon shifts into Gemini and the vibe completely flips.
Completely. Gemini is air. Aquarius is air. Suddenly the resistance drops. The wind is at your back.
Yes.
And this hits the 5th house. Love, fun, creativity, and children.
Finally. The party has arrived. This is the release valve we've been waiting for.
The heavy energy lifts significantly here. This is the best time of the week for flirting, for dating, for just being playful. If you have creative projects, you might have a massive aha moment.
Now, Wednesday is also that Mars-Pluto explosion day we talked about. So this is an interesting mix. You're exploding with power, but you're also feeling flirtatious. That is a dangerous cocktail, my friends.
It is high octane, but the Gemini moon helps articulate that power. It's a great time to channel that intensity into a creative hobby or a romantic pursuit. Instead of yelling at someone, write a passionate poem.
Or a passionate manifesto.
Or a passionate manifesto.
Yeah.
Just a quick Saturn check here, though. Saturn is watching from the wings.
Of course he is. Always.
Yes, Saturn is always in the corner checking the receipts. So there might be a slight financial pinch or a reality check regarding spending money on fun.
Right. Don't blow your entire savings on a spontaneous trip to Vegas just because the moon is in Gemini and you feel like a god.
Oh, no!
Saturn is the designated driver. He's saying, have fun, but we have bills to pay on Monday.
Exactly. Then we move to Friday and Saturday. The moon shifts again into Cancer. That's the 6th house.
The daily grind, the routine, health, all the boring stuff.
It is. This is the cleanup phase. After the explosion of Wednesday and the party of Thursday, Friday is about organizing the chaos.
The hangover cure days. Got it.
Metaphorically, yes. It's about health and routine. Good days to start a diet, or more likely, given the Mars energy, a new sport. Aquarians might be feeling a real physical urge to move, to burn off that adrenaline.
And the sources mentioned the Hades influence here. Throwing out the trash? What's that about?
Yes, literally and metaphorically. It's a time to declutter. Clean out the fridge, clean out your inbox, clean out the toxic people from your contacts list. It's healing.
Oh, I like a good declutter.
It creates space for the new you that's emerging. And my favorite tip from the sources.
Pet therapy.
Yes. The 6th house rules small animals. Spend time with your cat, your dog, your iguana.
Whatever you've got.
It heals the soul. If you're feeling overwhelmed by the Mars-Pluto intensity, just hug a dog. It works. The purity of animals balances the complexity of humans.
Just hug a dog. That is the expert advice we are here for.
Yeah.
Okay, so we survived the week. We've had the mental upgrade, the identity crisis, the party, and the cleanup. But the universe isn't done with us yet. Sunday into Monday, February 1st and 2nd, the grand finale.
The full moon in Leo.
Leo, the dramatic opposite of Aquarius. This is happening in the 7th house of relationships. The stage is set. Lights, camera, drama.
Potentially. The seventh house is the me versus you axis. It's about partnerships, spouses, business associates, and yes, open enemies.
Open enemies. I love that term. It sounds so medieval. I challenge you to a duel at dawn.
And it's Mars in the first house, which is you, and the moon in the seventh house, which is them. It is a bit of a dual energy. It's a climax point, a decision moment.
The sources talk about a mirror effect. Can you unpack that? Because mirrors can be scary when you haven't slept all week.
So since Leo is opposite Aquarius, the people you are dealing with, partners, spouses, might be acting out the Leo shadow traits to balance your energy.
What does that look like?
They might be acting like a king or a queen, demanding attention, challenging your ego, maybe being a bit dramatic.
So while the Aquarius is trying to have their cool, detached, intellectual revolution, the partner is standing there screaming, "Look at me! Pay attention to me! Why aren't you looking at me?"
Exactly. And this forces a resolution. It's about setting boundaries. The Aquarius needs to say, I am who I am. This transformed Mars-Pluto version of the Aquarius cannot shrink back into the box to please the partner.
This is the moment of truth.
Yes.
Either the relationship levels up,
Yeah.
you become a power couple,
Oh.
two sovereigns ruling side by side, or it ends.
Yes. So sources are clear. Black and white becomes clear. If the partner cannot handle the new, transformed, powerful Aquarius, they might be left behind. But, and this is important, for many, this is a celebration.
Right. It's not all breakups and tears, thank goodness.
Not at all. A full moon illuminates. It can illuminate how much you love someone. It can be a decision to marry, to solidify a business partnership. It brings clarity. You will know exactly where you stand with the important people in your life by Sunday night.
No more guessing games.
No more guessing.
We love clarity.
Yeah.
Okay, my brain is buzzing, and I'm sure our listeners are vibrating at a higher frequency. Let's bring it all together. Part 6, the summary. Give us the watch out and the good news. What are the booby traps?
The watch out is simple but serious. Anger management.
Don't kill the messenger, or the mailman, or the slow driver in front of you.
Please don't. With Mars and Pluto, your words are weapons. You are too powerful right now. You could accidentally destroy someone's confidence or a relationship with a single sentence that you can't take back.
Wow.
Be mindful of your power. Do not engage in road rage. It's not worth it.
And health. What about the body?
Mars governs the head, so watch out for headaches, fevers, migraines, and small accidents due to rushing. You're moving fast, the world is moving slow. That friction causes stubbed toes and bumped heads. Just slow down.
Okay, good advice. And there was a little note about karma, a spicy little note.
Ah, yes. A stern but humorous warning from the stars. If you've been a naughty bird, if you've been deceptive, manipulative, or acting out of integrity, Mars and Pluto bring instant karma. The boomerang comes back fast this week.
Oof. But if you've been good, if you've been a sweet, revolutionary angel.
If you've been doing the work, the rewards are huge. Which leads us to the good news.
Yes. Tell me the good news. I need the sugar.
You are breaking chains. The sources use the Turkish word zincir, which means chains. The chains that have held you back for years, maybe decades, are shattering this week.
I just got chills breaking the chains. Zincir. I like that.
You are finding your voice. You are stepping into your power. You are quite literally the main character of 2026. The universe is waiting for your command. The zincirs are falling off your wrists. You are free.
That is. Wow. I feel like I need to go stand on a rooftop and shout.
And you should. Or at least write it down in your journal. Feel it.
Okay, my beautiful space friends, my geniuses, my nasty birds. We have unpacked the week. It is big. It is scary. But it is yours.
Do not be afraid of your own power. That is the ultimate message. This energy is intense, but it is designed to liberate you.
And next week, or next month, your Aquarius spirit is waiting for even bigger surprises.
Yeah.
I heard whispers of an eclipse coming up in February.
February 17th. But that is a story for another deep dive.
Oh.
That is a whole other level of magic.
Oh, you tease. I love it. Listen, if you want to be ready for that eclipse and if you want to keep riding this cosmic wave without crashing, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, What Do Stars Say? We are here to decode the stars so you don't have to.
And if you enjoyed this, if it resonated, please share your thoughts with us. We read them all, and we love hearing how these energies are playing out in your real lives.
Don't be shy. Share your comments. We want to know which chains you broke this week. Did you shave your head? Did you start a revolution? Did you just hug a dog? Tell us.
We are sending you so much positive energy.
Sending you electric kisses and stardust.
Yeah.
Go out there and be the genius aliens you were born to be.
See you in the stars.
See you in the stars, my dears. Bye.